Hello, my fellow fanfiction readers. I Dark Symphony 777 with another fanfiction review. As always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the story below on your thoughts on the story, as well as any future stories you want me to read or review. Now, the story I'm going to be reviewing today is Admitting My Feelings. It's a Super Smash Brothers fanfiction. Wait, what? I'm pretty sure with how the story is, it should be a Mario fanfiction. Just word thought to the author. So, let's get started. What's the plot of the story? So the plot is basically a first-person account on Peach having an arranged marriage to Mario. And, you know, how she doesn't really like the idea of an arranged marriage and then falls in love with Daisy. And, you know, all this stuff happens. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm a little out of it, because I'm kind of miffed over what happened to the previous recording of this fanfiction, mainly because I recorded it, and then I uploaded it, and then for some odd reason, all the audio disappeared. I don't know what happened. The author of the story, when I first gave him or her the link to the first video, it's like, hey, the audio's gone. It's like, wait, what? And it's like, I'll go check on it. I promised the author I'll fix it. So this is the second attempt at this story. I don't know. I still don't know what happened, but consider this my attempt at fixing everything. And overall, this is the only thing I actually like about the plot. I like the idea of the arranged marriage from the point of view of the person who doesn't want the arranged marriage. If I remember right, most of the time when those plots are in movies or video games, stuff like that, they're usually from someone who's like a third party sort of thing. So it's like, it's an interesting idea that I don't think the author lived up to the idea behind it. It's pretty much a good idea, poor execution with the story. And that has to do with one very important part. I'll get to that in a little bit. But everything about the story, aside from that one plot point, seems incredibly lackluster. So we have Peach falling in love with Daisy with zero build-up. Mario cheating on Peach with Pauline, zero build-up. Well, sort of build-up. Peach's mother, who's this like he was the antagonist, who's like, you're supposed to do what I say, and has the incumbent queen who who kicked out Peach's sister. In this story, Peach has a sister, and kicks her out of the kingdom, and then erases her from their history to the point a lot of people are kind of mad about it, and she's living in her tower for the rest of the time, and Peach gets kind of tired of it. But overall, the plot, while it's a good idea, it's hampered by a lot of problems. But I just, yeah, that's it. Character development. I actually really like Peach in this. They channel what Peach is at the core. Not the canon Peach, but more the Mario and Luigi Peach. And having her be this, this do anything kind of princess who's like, well, I can defend myself. I can protect myself. I don't need no man. Well, kind of not no man. I'm not being third wave feminist here, but I'm just that's the vibe I got from this story. It's like, I don't like Mario like that, but I like Peach. But every single character besides Peach is bland. It's like you had Daisy, who was basically the other main protagonist, and the author made her milk toast, and just so interesting, which is a shame, because Daisy is my favorite of the three princesses, because she's the one with no personality. She's the one where her personality is just basically she's a tomboy, and that's it. You just make it up as we go along, while Rosalina is like everyone's fan favorite. It's like, oh, she's the mysterious one, which suits her, and Peach is Peach. I mean, man, you can't go wrong with the classic Peach. Mamma mia. But overall, it's just Peach. Mario is bland. Luigi is like never there, so it's like I can't even figure out what his character is. Peach's sister shows up halfway through the story and barely makes a contribution. You can like have her have no lines in it and wouldn't change anything. Peach's mother, she really should have shown up more, and then, you know, get a feel for her character. You can see a semblance of a character there. The incumbent, the incumbent queen, just show angry over what happened to Peach's sister marrying a commoner instead of a royal or hero or something like that, and just, you know, shutting herself off from everyone to the point where Peach gets pissed is good idea. It gives you an actual source of conflict, but at the same time, it's not the queen is not developed enough to kind of drive that plot point along. Grammar error. Oh god, grammar. Oh god. I only have. I'm just gonna leave a picture. What I think of the grammars in the description. I did it in my last vid. I did it in the last version of this video. I'm gonna do it here, and just say that pretty much sums up my thoughts on what the grammar is, because even I have my limits on grammar, and I'm not a grammar Nazi, but even I have my limits of all the grammar on the grammar side. I have my limits. And here's, sorry, my nose is itchy. And here's where we get to the big source of the problems. Every single small thing in terms of the plot, in terms of the characters, conflict, resolutions, everything can all be sourced back to the pacing. The pacing is so fast that you don't get a feel of where the story is going. It's just traveling along at the speed of light, and it's like by the time where I would expect this kind of story to be, where it's just Peach getting to realize to perfect of the fact that she likes Daisy rather than Mario. It ends with Peach, with the reveal that it ends with Peach old. And the rest of the chapters are basically the story she tells to her family, and then she passes away and meets her sister and Daisy in heaven. While I at least like that ending a tiny bit, it doesn't make up for the fact that it's so rushed that you can't get any enjoyment out of everything leading to that scene, any moment leading to that happy ending. That, granted, I would have preferred if it had a happy ending, but the ending, the Peach was old and then passed away, works too in this case. Everything in terms of the pacing is just so off. I mean, the conflict is rushed through, so you don't have any suspense over what's going to happen. All the important plot points are solved within a couple paragraphs. It's rushed to the point. There's no world building. The pacing is just the amount of pacing, how fast it was, is a detriment to all the plot pieces, all the characters except for Peach. It is just a mess just around this one area. And if I had to suggest any one big area to work on when fixing the story, it's this right here. So, would I recommend it? Favorite part and final thoughts. Would I recommend it? No. As it stands right now, it is a rushed story that has the potential to be a good story. It just needs a lot of polish, because again, the arranged marriage is a good idea. Keeping it in first person is a good idea, and that earns praise for me because I don't like first person. So whenever when you get a story that actually says I like it, even though it's in first person, you get a lot of praise. But as it stands right now, I can't recommend it. Favorite part? No, there's no favorite part. There's no part that stands out in my mind epitomize the story. Final thoughts. If I had to fix everything, first thing I would do is start on the pacing. This is the biggie, because you have the characters, you have the plot. It's just so rushed that you can't get them to their fullest potential. So what I would do is fix all the grammar first and move it to Mario section instead of keeping on the Smash Brothers section. Have the first couple of chapters just dedicated to world building this version of Mushroom Kingdom up from the ground up, having like a day in the life of Peach first, and then Daisy comes and then slowly introduce Peach realizing she has feelings for Daisy, not over the course of a couple hours, because that's just screaming forced relationships. Have it not. If I had to write it, don't have the arranged marriage at the beginning. Have the idea that the queen might make an arranged marriage, so that way you can build up the world. Introduce us to all the characters: the queen, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, and Pauline. And then build up from there. Have the queen, in in a couple chapters, instead of before the beginning of the story. Have her schedule the arrangement of Mario and Peach's marriage, and Peach quickly realizing she doesn't like Mario that way, and then have everything go off from there. That way you have more time to build the relationship between Peach and Daisy. You have more time to build the world you're in, build up the who Peach's sister is, Peach and Mario's relationship, Peach and Daisy's relationship, Peach and Pauline's relationship. Build up, the queen as the antagonist. There is so much to do, and you have the ideas there. They're just not there yet. That's really all I'm gonna say. So that has been my review on Admitting My Feelings. This has been Dark Symphony 777, and hopefully for real this time, because again the audio went out.